All right, guys, I'm back. My bad. I got a phone call during the middle of the review, so this is gonna be a two-parter, an extended response review, I guess if you say. But like I was saying, man, when Hurricane, I believe he's the best choice to be naturally ideal, the king of the giants. Not just for him having the ambition already on his own, but the character he embodies. He didn't make fun of Road. He looked at his sea charts and said, "Let's be friends. I want to go out to sea. I definitely need somebody like you, man. You can draw sea charts. You can help me get around the world." So, and I love even more that when you get back to Rhodes' sentiment, the fact that he explained that, Howard had a hard life. He didn't just coast off his royalty. He had it hard because, one, as a royal, but also due to who his mother was. His mother, apparently, there was some discrepancies regarding his mother not being a pure-blooded giant, I guess, or something like that. So, due to his mother, I guess people would have a hard time recognizing Hurricane's claim to the throne, because he does have a claim, regardless of whatever they want to say. If you're king, you're the king's son. The king procreated you with whatever women he procreated you with, so you will have a natural claim to the throne, regardless. Now, as we get back into the main president and whatnot, you see Luffy and them get horsing around the stadiums and whatnot and all that. Road explains, his sentiment towards Hurricane and how he wants to make Hurricane's dream a reality. Also, King Harold, we get this amazing portrait of King. That's my King Harold pose. That's my King Harold pose. Horns ripped off. This is my hair. I mean, you could call these dreadlocks horns, but you know what I'm saying. King Harold, man. I'm gonna say this now. This is random. I believe that King Harold does not have ancient giant warrior blood. I don't believe he does. I believe King Harold has giant blood, but it was probably from an outcast segment of giants. And King Harold may have been one of those many few who just decided to go against the odds, and that led to him becoming king. And he decided to make Elbaf a better place by also not just uniting its people, but uniting across the world, all over the world, as Elbaf's allies, or as many allies as he can. So, King Harold, he wanted the world to be allied with Elbaf, and that would have been something else, man. But you also know you have your other parties, outside parties, world government interference and like that, and Loki apparently killing him and whatnot. So that never came to be, basically. Now, they also said that King Harold had horns. He had horns and he ripped them off. I got a strong feeling that King Harold might be related to Ors. And when I say related, I don't mean like father. I mean like cousin, uncle, nephew, brother. I'll go on the limb and say brother, or just maybe Ors and King Harold come from the same tribe of giants, like the same bloodline of giants. Maybe they might be related, but what if they came from the same segment of tribe of giants? You know what I'm saying? Because they said they got different parts of different areas of giants, half-blooded giants, full-blooded giants. So, man, it's up in the air. Now, I will say this, however. King Harold ripping off his horns, that right there is a true testament of the man's valor and character. And, when they said that he ripped off his horns, and Zoro noted how I guess how strong his conviction was in a way, because for King Harold to do that, that had to, I think he did that to probably ease the mind of somebody who was horrified at his appearance, and showing them that he was probably not a threat, and that, hey, I came here to make ties, not wage war. He ripped off his horns. I don't think there is any greater sign of I'm here on peace than that. Now, later on in the chapter, as we go through, like I said, it's a quick review, guys. I'm trying to remember everything that happened, because I read this chapter already, but it's like I ain't got it wired. Now, as we're going through the chapter, there's a lot of stuff going down, man. We get more of the Elbaf children. We get more of Robin and Frankie. Also, I want to talk about something else. Loki, man. Loki, I love Loki so much right now, bro. He's my favorite character so far in Elbaf because his conviction. You got the Celestials, not Celestials, but well, might as well call them Celestials. But you have the God's Knights. here trying to enforce Loki to come up under them and bend the knee when Loki can't bend anything because he's sitting down. But they want Loki to submit to their whims and their wills, and Loki's not going for any of that. Tie him up all you want to, beat him all you want to, Loki's not going. Just like in the previous chapter before, in 1136, man, when they killed Loki's dog and he said, okay, that's how y'all want to play it? I'm going to wish my friend peace in his death and tell you to screw you. Yeah, I love that, man. Because Loki knew it was a catch-22. Oh, you're gonna hold my dog hostage? You gonna kill my dog if I don't become a Celestial, man? Are you serious? You know what? Go ahead, because at the end of the day, even if I did become a Celestial, you would kill my dog anyway. So why would I become a Celestial? Just for you to kill my friend anyway, and for me to become your subordinate? No, absolutely not. So I respect Loki for that a lot, man. I do. I'm gonna wish my friend peace in his death. You know, that's surreal. So, and that shows a little bit of humanity on Loki's part too, because he obviously doesn't just look at those beasts as his pets. They're his friends, you know. Same way Luffy does the beast that what's the shit called? I don't want to say Sabaody. Maybe, I don't know. Was it I don't think it was Amazon Lily. Basically, where Rayleigh trained at. The island where Luffy and Rayleigh trained, those beasts and those monsters on there, and I think that might have been Amazon Lily. So those beasts and monsters on Amazon Lily, man, Luffy looks at looks at them as friends. He looks at them as friends, man. Loki does the same thing to his animals. Now, the God's Knights, man, this is the icing on the cake. I'm so geek. Gunko. Gunko is so lethal. Gunko is so lethal. Like, ow! Gunko is a G. Gunko is a straight up G. She's beating the crap out of Loki using her arrow powers. Apparently she has like an arrow devil fruit where she can control, kind of like vectors, the point of entrance. She controls the point of direction and entrance of wherever her arrows go. And the thing is, she says they're unavoidable. So, you know, they're unavoidable. So I think that really applies to vectors when it comes to arrows and, you know, angles and segments and stuff like that. And yeah, man, it's like she's like a walking version of Tron, but with bandages and whatnot. Because she can control her bandages. She can enlarge her boots and crap like that and whatnot. She's kicking and beating the shit out of Loki. And what I love with Loki is he's actually predicting her moves. Talk about that observation hockey. You're going to right cross and right hook me, uppercut, left kick, you know, taking it like a G, as Loki is, just taking that like a G. We get something big, which is Shamrock. You know what I'm saying? And Shamrock in this chapter in 1137, I gotta say, he has to be the swaggiest character as far as like formal royal drip. He has to be the swaggiest character I've ever seen grace the One Piece story, man. Like, I've never met, like, he exudes swag. Not swag, swag. Like, he exudes swag. I'm just saying, man, this man is so elegant. It's not even funny. It's like, bro, his elegance is just, I already love him. I already love him. Even though he's a bad guy, I already love him. And his drip, man, his clothing, his attire. I was not expecting that from the creepy ass cloak, you know what I'm saying? But Shamrock's drip, man. And another thing that I just want to get, let me straighten on my phone here. There we go. Another thing that I want to point out, in 1138, which I will get to, it's stated that Shanks is Shamrock's younger twin brother. But people are so focused on the twin part, they're ignoring this. Younger twin brother. Now, there's a double-edged sword to this younger, because I know I'm going off a tangent, but just listen to me. There's a double-edged sword to this younger. In chapter 1138, Shamrock says, Shanks is my younger twin brother. Now, younger could mean he was born a few minutes after Shamrock, or he was born a year later or so, a year or two later or so, who knows? But to me, younger twin brother, they're twins, but they're not born twins. They're basically, and what I mean by that is this: they weren't born together at the same time twins. They're fraternal twins, meaning that Shamrock was born first, Shanks was born later. And for all you people out there talking about some, because Garling is not Shank's father, I'm gonna nip this in the bud now. Garling is not Shank's father. For all you people asking, why does he resemble Garling? Why does he look like Garling? Why does he? Because Shanks was birthed by the same woman Garling had his first child with. So naturally, Shanks will resemble the mother and a hint of Garling, all due to the fact that the mom who gave birth to Shamrocks is the same mom who gave birth to Shanks at different periods, different time periods. And not too short or long from each other either. Maybe like 2 years later, Shanks was born. 1 or 2 years later, Shanks was born after Shamrock. Shamrock was the firstborn twin. They are fraternal twins. They were not born at the same time, but they were born from the same woman. Garling's first wife is Shamrock's mother, and also Shanks' mother. But Garling did not procreate Shanks with that woman. He procreated Shamrock with her. Everybody needs to be asking who is Shanks' mom, because that woman, she fled. My prediction is this: Shanks' mother fled the abusive hold of Garling. Because I imagine think about that. Being married to a guy like Garling. Think about that. You think Shanks' mom, Shanks and Shamrocks, do you think their mother was not being abused? Married to Garling. And my prediction, and I say that because my prediction is this: Garling ran his wife away. What I mean by that is he was so abusive that she tried to literally run away from him. And she may have had many failed attempts. And Garling was like, if you're going to keep this up, I'll just make you my slave. You'll be my slave wife. You're going to birth my children, do as I say, and you'll be in chains. So after she birthed Shamrock, I believe Shanks and Shamrock's mom originally tried to leave Garling, but with Shamrock's. And Garling was like, hey, hold on. You're not taking my baby. You're not taking yourself. Both of y'all are under my custody and my domain, and you're going to stay here and grow up and be royals. You're going to raise my son as a royal. You're going to be my royal wife. And if you get out of line, consequences. That's how Garling is. I guarantee you Garling was a atrocious husband to deal with. So after having Shamrocks and after failing to escape with Shamrock, Shanks and Shamrock's mom was put into slavery. Like, she was enslaved. Garling was doing this to teach her a lesson. But my theory and prediction, because I know I got to get back to the 1137 review, I know, but listen to me. My prediction is this: Shanks and Shamrock's mom was enslaved by Garling after many attempts to flee from him with Shamrock, as Shamrock was a baby. Garling took Shamrock from the mom, put her in shackles, and later, because I think that after, you know what I'm saying, if you're a woman and you're with an abusive man and you got a baby by that man, but he's just so abusive, you're gonna do everything you can to get you and your child away from that man. However, given the situation that Garling and Garling's wife was in, she didn't have no power to do that. So after failing to run with Shamrock first, Garling stopped her, took Shamrock back, and was like, hey, you ain't taking my baby. And you will be my wife whether you like it or not. And until you change your mind, guards, put her in chains until she has a change of heart. She wants to start acting like a royal. What is wrong with you? So I believe she was, Shanks and Shamrock's mom, I believe she was put in chains and enslaved. And then later she was freed, incidentally, by Rox D. Zebek during one of his random raids on the Celestials. They said he would lead random raids on the Celestial. So if Garling enslaved his first wife, which he did because she tried to run away with his firstborn child, Shamrock. So, like I said, Garling took Shamrock, had her in chains. She later met Rox D. Zebek during one of his raids, fell in love with him aboard his ship, had Shanks, died after giving birth to Shanks. Like, the moment she had Shanks, she died with Shanks in her arm. Zebek took Shanks and put him in a treasure chest, not because of any celestial or figurine relation, because as a male pirate, your greatest treasure is your male heir. So Zebek, naturally doing what pirates would do, stowed away his son safely in a treasure chest on his ship. because Shanks' mom died giving birth to him on the ship. That's why a year later at God Valley, in the manga during the flashback, when you see Whitebeard, Gloriosa, and all the crew and all that getting ready to sail, you don't see Rocky said, but you hear Rox in the background. Don't get in my way, Roger. Hold it right there, Rox. You hear that? Shanks is 1 year old during that whole panel, but he was born a year earlier on the ship because Shanks is already on the ship. Shanks is already on the ship. Man, I know I just went off on a long tangent, but y'all gotta understand, man. A lot of the stuff that I'm saying is gonna come true, and I'm gonna put my livelihood and soul behind it. My predictions will come true. They may not unfold exactly as I'm saying, but they're gonna unfold as I'm saying. Meaning that the facts that I'm stating. Shanks' mother, Shanks and Shamrock's mom, originally tried to flee Garland because she got tired of being his wife. She tried to run away with her firstborn child, who was Shamrock's. Garland took him, put her in shackles. She later was freed by Roxy Zebek during a random raid by him. She flee naturally. I'm not gonna question it. If somebody's freeing me from slavery, I'm going. I don't give a damn. She, fleeing towards Zebek's ship, came aboard. Later discovered who Zebek was, vetted his character, fell in love, had Shanks, died, then a year later, God Valley. That's really what it is, man. Shanks and Shamrock are brothers, but Shamrock is the oldest brother. And the thing is, it could be older by minutes. It could be older by very few short years, 1 or 2. And I'm willing to go with the latter because if Shamrock is older by minutes and Shanks is younger by minutes, that disrupts the whole story for me personally because one, Shanks was born aboard the Saber of Zebek. Now, if they both were older, you got a lot of making up to do as far as how did Shamrock get separated from Shanks if they were both born on the Saber of Zebek. Because here's what I'm thinking, because it wouldn't make sense for them to both be born upon the Saber. I believe that Shamrock was born amongst the custody and how can I say, I believe Shamrock was born amongst the Celestials, meaning he was born in a castle, born inside some royal place, whereas Shanks, he was born on a pirate ship. Shamrock was born in royalty. He was born in a castle. Shanks was born on a ship. That's more than likely the two caveats between them. Because when you look at 1138, as Loki pointed out, man, a Tenryu Bito and then a great pirate. Y'all both look alike, but one's a celestial, one's a... So obviously, I don't believe that Shamrock was born on the Saber of Zebek. But I do believe Shamrock is the older brother and was born in a castle. Because look, for them to be twins, you got the identical part down, okay, but that's fraternal. That's fraternal. They were not born at the same time. There's no way, because then you have two babies that Roger Rayleigh. Because think about this. They said Shanks was found aboard the Saber of Zebek. So if Shanks and Shamrock were both born, right, as twins, right? And let's say Shanks was born younger, like a couple minutes younger. They were birthed at the same time, but Shanks a few minutes later. What sense does that make to only say Shanks was found aboard the Saber of Zebek and not Shanks and his brother or Shanks and his twin was found? Because then you have to actually say that. There's no reason for you to say Shanks was found aboard the Saber of Zebek, but yet leave out the part that he had a brother who may have been born first at that on the Saber of Zebek too. That's because Shamrock was born a year or two earlier. They were not born minutes apart. So even though I said that's a double-edged sword, they could be years apart, meaning 1 or 2 years, or minutes, because when you're twins, one twin could come out first, the other twin comes out second, obviously. But I believe in this instance, it wasn't that they were birthed at the same time. They were birthed 1 to 2 years apart from one another. This is just my theory and prediction. You ain't gotta like it, you ain't gotta agree. I'm just telling you what it is. And when it comes out true, come back to my spot. Come back to my spot. Anyway, back to the chapter, man. As Loki is sitting there getting pummeled, tortured, and we see that Shamrock says, okay, this is gonna be a little bit more difficult than we thought, but we will bring the giants to their knee and under the world governments. We will bring them. So yeah, they really thinking about taking over Elbaf, man. It's getting crazy, and it's getting really crazy, man. And what I love about Shamrock is he upsets the story in such a good way. because Oda is using Garling to fool all of you. Shanks is not related to Garling. Shanks is related to Shamrock and the woman that gave birth to Shamrock and Shanks himself. The only reason that Shanks resembles Garling is because Shanks was birthed by the same woman who gave birth to Garling's first kid, Shamrock. Shanks comes from the same woman Garling had his first kid with. It's not hard to figure out, but it is because so many of you have so many in our community of One Piece have a shallow lens when it comes to the story and theories. See me, I keep an open mind because I know anything can happen. One Piece is a toss-up. Anything can happen. Anything. So why not? I'm never quick to really dismiss theories. I'm never quick to dismiss theories unless it absolutely makes no damn sense. But other than that, I'm open because when I hear other theories, I take things from other theories I hear and connect them to that of my own, and it further validates what I'm trying to conjure up and what I'm trying to cook and serve to you all. So understand that you get nothing but the real over here. Understand that my predictions may seem crazy, outlandish, wild, nonsensical even to you, but I don't have a shallow lens when I'm looking at this story. I don't have a closed mind when I'm listening to other theories or other predictions. I keep an open mind because I know what this story is, you know? So look, that's all I'm gonna leave y'all with for now, man. This has been an exciting video. I'm gonna enjoy coming back to talk to you about 1138 later on tonight. I'm dropping 1138 review later on tonight, no questions asked. So thank you all, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this. This is JD Rich. Remember, one piece of life is life in one piece. Peace.